welcome back to another episode of Legal Lounge. We have myself, Carinza, and then our co-host, Cody. We're here again for another episode. Just letting you guys know, for any other previous episodes, you can always look back on our channel. We are a law firm. We work for law office of Brian Fagan. We talk about family law, estate planning, probate, guardianship, criminal cases. We've talked mostly a lot of criminal cases recently. I think we had to switch it up a little bit, but we're here to talk about another criminal case that's been everywhere yet again. This was an old case that happened in the 80s. The Menendez brothers. If you guys have watched I don't know how, it's not a docu-series. Mario is getting distracting Cody. Anyways.
Is it not a docu-series?
Well, it's not.
I don't know. I haven't watched the episode or
It's dramatized.
Show?
It's a show. It's basically a show. So if you have, did you watch Dahmer when that came out? What is it, 2 years ago, about Jeffrey Dahmer? No, that's a
good?
really
Netflix,
good one.
They're good
Yes.
series. Is it a show too, or is it a documentary?
It's a show.
Docu-show.
But that Jeffrey Dahmer one was really good. Like the actor that played Jeffrey Dahmer was spot on. I think they did a really good job.
I heard that the Menendez, right? Menendez brothers, they in the Netflix series they portrayed them pretty well too.
Oh yeah.
Like as far as like emotions and like I saw a video that showed like real and like fake, like the actual trial versus the recording, and like they're almost spot on. Like it was. I
believe it's the same director, if I'm not mistaken, with the Jeffrey Dahmer one. So that's probably why. But yeah, it's really good. I have not finished it. The Menendez brothers one.
You haven't even started it.
No, I don't know if you do this with your significant others too, but if I start something, I can't proceed without my significant other being there.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, but I've been waiting on you. I was like, oh, I've been waiting on you.
Yeah, and then at times it's like, can I watch?
I know.
Can I watch this? I'm like, oh my god. It's like, dude, wait for me, man. Like, wait for me.
There's been times when he went through the whole entire series and I didn't know, and then we have to watch all over again.
Yeah, that's.
But yeah, that's one of those that we've been putting on because it's football
I'm watching
season.
Grey's Anatomy right now.
Really?
Yeah.
I used to really love Grey's.
It's pretty good.
It's really good.
I heard that it falls off on episode 17 though.
You mean season?
Season 17, yeah.
I stopped watching it a couple of years back because it was kind of repetitive and predictable. So I was like, eh.
Maybe I need to start watching these documentary series things.
I always love documentaries.
The Menendez brother one.
But anyway, so with this case, it's prevalent now. One, because Netflix, right? I mean, I heard about it through Netflix. I've never knew about this case at all. Did you have any prior knowledge of what happened?
A little bit.
You did?
A little bit, just off of like the videos that I've been seeing on social media, just talking
but
about.
Like right now, right? You didn't know about it.
Oh no. Back no.
Yeah, I didn't either. So it's about the two brothers, Lyle and Eric Menendez. They grew up in a wealthy home in, I believe, what's that really wealthy neighborhood?
Beverly Hills.
Yes, Beverly Hills in California. Their dad was really powerful, I guess, in the industry, the film industry. And so they had a lot of money. And I don't know the exact year. I believe it's 1989. I'm sorry, 1989. The two brothers were convicted of the first-degree murder of their parents, Jose and Kitty Menendez. I wonder if that can't be her real name, right? I'm pretty sure that's a nickname. But the youngest one, I believe, was 18, 19, and the oldest one was 21 at the time of their killing.
Oh, they were young.
They were very young. And from the glimpse of what I saw on the show from Netflix, I mean, they were privileged kids. They had money. I believe they were going to, like, Ivy League school.
Privileged financial-wise.
Right. So a lot of expectations, and it was made their defense was sexual abuse as to their motive to kill the parents. But a lot of people believe that it was a financial motive to kill the parents, to gain their assets that they would have been inherited from his dad. There's actually the 911. Have you heard that one too? The audio of the 911 call? No? One of their brothers called in and they immediately was like, somebody killed my parents. Like, they weren't.
So they went into it trying to get away with it.
Right.
Or trying to lie about it. Rather than doing it.
And be like, oh, I'm sorry.
Like, I did this. Yes, I did this, but I did it for this reason. Mm-hmm. You think that had to play in, like, how the trial went?
So let's take back on that. So my biggest question was, right, like, why is it important now? Because this is something that happened, I mean, multiple decades ago. It was already set and done. I didn't know there was 2 trials that were involved. The first trial that they went through, they did discuss the sexual abuse as the defense. The I guess the evidence
and
was
it got
part
dismissed,
of.
Right?
It didn't get dismissed. It was hung jury, which means that the jury believed that they couldn't come to a conclusion during their deliberation, whether or not if they feel like they were guilty or not guilty. So it becomes a hung jury case. So they basically have to do the case all over again. So then the second trial occurs, but during the second trial, the evidence of sexual abuse was not admissible for whatever reason. So they didn't talk about the sexual abuse that the brothers were, I guess, enduring by their father. So that there's an accusation, right, that they're claiming that they've been abused since they were kids.
They just killed the dad?
No, both mom and dad.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Mm-hmm. So not just the dad, but they killed both mom and dad. Does that change your perspective of what you're...
Sort of.
You know what? I never thought of it that way. Like, why the mom too?
Because she turned a blind eye to it, maybe.
That's true.
But is that enough?
Because they
did... Is that
did,
as bad as the act?
Right, because they did claim that she knew about the abuse that was happening. So did some other family members too, that they're saying that they knew about it.
Why did they kill the family members?
I guess they're not in the home.
They didn't have the $14 million waiting for them, the family members.
Is it $14 million? I don't...
Wasn't it like 13?
I don't know the amount of assets.
We probably have it somewhere. But
I don't know. Oh, yeah. 14 million fortune. You're right. Financial motive cover-up. So some believe the brothers' abuse allegation as a way to gain sympathy and distract from the real motive, which is greed. Prosecutors argued that they killed their parents to inherit the family's $14 million fortune. That's crazy. $14 million. Holy moly. But I guess that would make sense that you would have to kill the mom too. Because if you just kill the dad...
Then the mom gets the assets. Or the mom can probate it. Unless they have a will. Do they have a will? I think they did.
I don't know. That I don't know. But even if they did, the kids could have some.
If they were on track to inherit it.
But I'm pretty sure they're not going to get all 14 million. The mom is going to get a big chunk, you know?
So they had to get rid of... Mm-hmm. They're like, okay, you get 7 and you get 7.
Mm-hmm. Maybe. So, yeah. So, when the second trial happened, they were found guilty. I believe they were sentenced to life without a possibility of parole. So, now, again, my question was, why is it coming up now? Aside from Netflix, you know, making it to the public eye, it's making people talk about it again.
I think that's one of the main reasons why it's coming back up, no?
Right.
And then the fact that maybe it could be...
well, the brothers actually filed a habeas last year to overturn their conviction because of a new evidence that surfaced. So they found a letter.
Don't you think it's... Real quick. The thought of, like, your own kids killing you, isn't that wild?
Yes.
That's insane.
Yes.
I mean, reasoning, you know, is their reasoning, but the thought of, like, going out, like, most parents would sit there and think, like, you know, they'll die of old age, but, I mean, most normal parents, you know, given that this circumstance is a little different, most normal parents don't do those types of things to the children, but
you would be surprised of
it's
a
like,
lot of
imagine
abuse
that
happening, though.
Yeah, imagine that thought, though. That thought where they're like, this is coming back to get me. Like, right now in that moment. and it's like pretty like cold.
Well, I wonder if, I mean, we'll never know, I guess.
How did they kill him?
By a gunshot wound.
Just one?
Shotgun, I believe. No, multiple.
Buckshot?
I don't know.
Oh.
But so the crazy part is, so the brothers are claiming self-defense. And even offline, we talked about this a little bit, which it's a really gray line, right? Because self-defense, you really have to portray that you were at a imminent danger, fear of your life in that moment. But at the time of the killing, I believe, God, Mario, can you fact check me? Who was the one that shot the older brother? I think it was the older brother that killed. The dad died first. And if I'm not mistaken, Mario could probably correct me later on. The younger brother and the mom were downstairs in the living room watching TV at the time that it happened. So there was nothing out of ordinary. It's not like they were in a fight or anything like that that made them.
So the dad and the other brother was upstairs.
Correct.
And wasn't there something that says like when they're upstairs, nobody's allowed to come upstairs?
So it was a buckshot. It was a 0-0 buckshot that fatally injured the father of the Menendez brothers.
Yeah.
But that was the older brother that shot?
It was the older brother.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about the younger brother? So what did the younger brother actually do? Kill the mom next? Sorry. We should have known that one.
Or was it the older brother that... I remember seeing something on that one video that said, like, the reason why he did it is because he was sexually abusing him and his younger brother.
Right.
So maybe it was the older brother that did both.
Right. So the sexual abuse happened with both of them, but mostly the younger one, Eric Menendez.
Maybe he is both because it's like, what's it called? Like forming a plan? Or what's it called?
The
intent to... oh
my God.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
I do.
I can't remember what it's called. It's like...
I mean, because the...
Okay. So at the time of the murders, both brothers were participating in the killings. So it was both of them.
Oh.
And they entered the family living room with the 12K shotgun with the buckshot, and then shot both of their parents. And then they try to stage it as a failed robbery. Mm-hmm. That's why we get the call later on, right?
Right.
It says, "Oh, somebody killed my parents."
Yeah, don't use that past one as a real, because I'll get commented on. I thought they were upstairs. My bad. But both of them. So
maybe
did they
both?
Watched
more of that first episode.
Yeah, I know. I finished like half of it, and then I got tired. Was it both of them having a shotgun?
So that is the. No, it's just one shotgun, and that is the official story.
But if it's one shotgun, who is the one they actually pulled the trigger?
Just passed it over to him.
It was
here, you can get one in.
Oh yeah, it was two 12K shotguns. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so both of them did it. Each brother was armed with one, and then using both guns, they fired multiple times at close range.
That's crazy.
Thank you for watching another episode of Legal Lounge. If you enjoyed this episode, you can always give our office a call to schedule your free 30-minute consultation with one of our team members. Check the description below and give us a call today.